Hey guys, what's up? Today and we'll be doing a video on a couple of games that came out. Technically 3 games that came out. The first game we'll be talking about is going to be Slender the Arrival, the Xbox One / PlayStation 4 version. And then we'll talk about Borderlands the pre-sequel, which was part of the Handsome Collection, and that included Borderlands 2 and Borderlands, the pre-sequel, which is pretty cool. But first off, Slender, I'm going to talk about it first, just because it's the shorter game. I beat it in about an hour and a half, maybe 2 hours. Now, while it may seem short, I think that if you don't have any interest of actually learning the background and lore of the Slender Man story, then it's probably a game that you don't want to play. I mean, I didn't play it because it was a scary story, or scary game. I played it because I do find some interest in the Slender Man story and lore, junk like that. And they actually added a couple extra levels since I last played. And I think the very last time I played was when I actually did the walkthrough or playthrough or whatever on my channel, which is a long time ago, considering I still had my Snowball mic and I've been had the Yeti for about a year now. So that's how long ago that was. But for the most part, I prefer this version, mainly because I have a controller in my hand instead of the keyboard, and I can actually run the game and a stable performance on my Xbox One, which is probably the coolest thing about the Xbox One. To me, is all these games that people were complaining about being ported over. That's fine for me because some of the games that I missed or some of the games that I played before but didn't really enjoy all that much, I can play them again at maybe a higher frame rate or just better visuals and stuff. So Slender the Arrival, my computer had a hard time running it, so you guys could probably see that in the Let's Play or walkthrough I did for it, and I just struggle with it. I mean, I could barely run at 720, and I struggle to get 30 frames per second out of that. So I think this is 1080, maybe 60. I don't know if it has 60 FPS. I mean, it's going to look like it in the video because I think what Sony Vegas does is it doubles the frames if you have a 30 frames per second video. Because I've actually watched some GTA 5 videos from the Xbox One and PlayStation 4 versions that actually make it look like it's 60 FPS, and I know for a fact that it's 30 FPS. So, yeah, that's actually pretty cool. I mean, it actually gives you the illusion of 60 FPS, which is pretty neat for video watching purposes, because before the Xbox One, I didn't think 60 FPS was a huge difference, or it didn't really matter that much. I mean, I enjoy games for the games themselves, not because I don't immediately stop playing the game if it's less than 60 FPS, because that'd be entirely stupid. But, yeah, all that stuff. But the extra levels are actually pretty cool. They give you a little bit more into the insight of the lore and the story of Slender Man. And if you guys don't know, I'm actually not going to be talking about it too much, because you do need to play this game if you're interested. I mean, right now it's actually on sale for a couple dollars off if you have Xbox Gold. So that's pretty cool. I went ahead and got it. I mean, it was kind of a stupid thing not to pay a couple dollars or less for it, because I was going to get it anyway. I mean, honestly though, I kind of forgot about it. So I went to buy the Handsome Collection so I could play the pre-sequel first, but I went ahead and got that along with it because I did see that it was out. So I guess they both released on the 25th. I'm recording this on the 26th, and basically, the extra levels were added in the 360 and PlayStation 3 versions, and I think they later got updated to work in the PC version. So, originally I paid $10 for it, and I think that was for the backing of it, so I paid $10, I backed them, and you got a copy of the game that way. It's pretty cool. But, I played the heck out of the 8 Pages game, or prototype, whatever you could download for free and try that out. And there's actually an extra level that after beating the game you get this level called Genesis, and apparently it is a remake of that level, and I think they said it is unaltered, because there's actually the the second level in the game. If you're playing, this actually does have like a stage, system. So you beat the prologue, you get into the. I consider the prologue the first level, but they also extended the first level in the update. So the second level consists of this updated version of the 8 pages. Everything looks completely different. The only thing that similar is you have to click pages. I think even the pages are different. So, but I think Genesis, that level is actually, they said, unaltered. So I guess everything would be the same. You start out the same, and good stuff like that. Now I do have to say that the lighting system, the visuals and everything, now that I can actually see them at decently, are fantastic. It looks great, especially for an, I guess, indie game. I think it's indie, but they did a really good job. I have to give them that. So moving on to one last thing before I move on. Considering Daniel's probably not gonna watch this video, and he probably doesn't know I even have the game yet, because the last time he's over was a couple days ago, and I just got the game yesterday. So I'm gonna invite him over Monday, and he's coming over anyways to film some videos, and I'm pretty sure that I'm gonna get him on there and see what his reaction's gonna be, and maybe get him at least to play through the first couple levels. So it's a little tease for that. So I hope you guys enjoy that whenever that comes out. But now moving on to the Borderlands pre-sequel. I'm not going to be talking about Borderlands 2, mostly because I haven't actually played that. Well, I played it on the 360, and I got I'm about level 20. But I'm actually going to restart. I'm going to use the same character. I used Craig, the Psycho, and I guess I'm going to just use him also in the Borderlands 2 playthrough. But the coolest thing about this one is the new versions actually have 1080p resolution graphics, and the frame rate is 60 FPS. So that's actually really cool. Man, going back to seeing that 60 FPS is a difference. It's not like the biggest game-breaking difference if it doesn't have it, but it's really, really nice to have. That's actually, I would rather have the 60 FPS than a high resolution. But apparently that you can't actually make that change. A lot of people have said. So I'm actually kind of curious what actually footage I'm going to actually use for this video. I guess I'm going to do half and half. Half Slender the Arrival, because I did film the very first level, and I also filmed a little bit of the Homestead secret level or extra level, whatever. Man, that one was actually kind of creepy. That one was the only time I actually jumped, like made my heart pound really hard, because, well, for one thing, that's the first time I ever played it, and I just some things I wasn't expecting. It's actually really creepy about halfway through. But my biggest hype up and excitement for the pre-sequel was finally getting to play as a Claptrap, or technically I think you play as the Claptrap, is the one that introduces you at the very beginning of the first game and is your guide through pretty much the guide for the first and second game. So that's pretty cool, and it's actually really, really cheesy and really fun. He's actually one of my favorite characters in the universe, and it's actually cool to actually play as him. Of course, his abilities are kind of stupid. I mean, pretty much everyone gives you some kind of buff. That's cool. But then there's also side effects to those buffs that actually make you do less damage, have less health, have less shields, and stuff like that. It's just, I wish they wouldn't have done that. That was actually pretty stupid on their part. But I guess you had to make some changes, or make some sacrifices for further leveling. But anyway, hope you guys enjoyed, and for the most part, I'm going to give one update on the Battlefield Hardline first impression video. I'm actually working on that. I just want to play it more, actually give my first impressions. But so far, it's looking as though I'm probably not going to be. I mean, while I will upload Hardline content from now and then, I'm pretty sure that Battlefield 4 will remain my main Battlefield game until maybe Battlefield 5. And then there's also Battlefront coming out later this year, apparently. And as a huge fan of Star Wars, I'm super pumped for that, and I'm looking forward to it. And if it's anything like what maybe Battlefield 4 is now, just reskinned. I mean, obviously I want them to change some things. I mean, not just a straight reskin of the game would be, and I'm really hoping I will enjoy that. So definitely, I'm going to get that. and then I'm going to probably play the heck out of it, record every, maybe not record every second of it, obviously, but I'm rambling on. I don't want to ramble on too long. The video's only 10 minutes long, so I hope you guys enjoyed the video, and I'll see you guys next time.